Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today's video, we are going to be going over the top 10 horror Blu-ray releases of October. But before we do that, I want to quickly mention that you need to be subscribed because we have exciting things going on in October. In October, I'm celebrating 31 days of Halloween. I will be posting a video every single day in October. A ranking, a review, an unboxing, a movie night, out and about video. There's going to be something for you every single day in October, horror related video. I cannot wait. I am so excited for 31 days of Halloween. Turn your notifications on. Start getting excited now because it is going down. Also, I will be giving away this digital copy of Hocus Pocus in 4K. So stay tuned at the end of the video. I will tell you how this digital code can be yours. Thank you so much. Let's get right into the video. All right, guys, here we go. As I said, we are going to be talking about the top 10 horror releases of October. There is some rad stuff. Not as many releases as we had in September. You can check out my other top releases of September, but we have some awesome stuff. So we're just gonna kick it off starting October 6th, The Pale Door. This movie I have not seen. I cannot wait to check this out. Has a great trailer with an awesome take on the horror Western genre with a fantastic cast. I'll put a couple of the cast up here. It looks awesome. After a bank robbery goes bad, they stumble on an uninhabited ghost town. Seemingly friendly group of fun gals takes them in and things get a little witchy or zombie-y, not sure, but either way, this movie looks like so much fun. I really look forward to checking out The Pale Door, coming to Blu-ray October 6th. Next up, also October 6th, Eli Roth's History of Horror Season 1 from 2018. You know, I am a massive Eli Roth fan. The guy, I feel, gets a lot of unjustified hate. I'm not quite sure why, but you have to give that man up for his just absolute dedication to the genre, his love of horror. Cabin Fever, Hostel 1 and 2 are just three staples in horror that I feel like any horror fan loves. Cabin Fever, Hostel, and Hostel 2. I mean, they're just fantastic movies and that I've watched countless times. The man knows his horror. This series was a lot of fun. Now, basically what this show is each episode covers a different subgenre of horror, whether it's zombies or vampires or ghosts or supernatural. Each episode covers a different genre and you get legends like Linda Blair, Robert Englund, Tarantino, Eli Roth himself, Rob Zombie. They discuss different movies in each genre. It's a super fun show. It is on Shudder, but if you were looking for a physical copy of it, this will be released October 6th. Now, this one is another one that looked really cool that I've yet to see, 2019's Till Your Last Death. Now, this is an animated film that I hadn't heard much of, and it looks like so much fun. According to IMDb, director Jason Axon has done a shitload of short films like Funny or Die, shorts for Upright Citizens Brigade, and a bunch of commercial work. And it appears that this is his first feature, and he must have built some really good relationships through the business because he's managed to put together a fantastic cast. Morena Baccarin from Deadpool, William Shatner, Bill Moseley, Ray Wise. I'm not usually an animated movie fan, but this one looks super cool. I think this will definitely be one to look out for. That is Till Your Last Death from 2019. That'll be released October 6th. Also on October 6th, we'll see the release of 2019's Yummy. This is a Belgian zombie horror film about a couple who goes to get what they presumably thought was a world-renowned plastic surgery clinic, and it turns out to be something completely different, and some scary shit ensues. It's a pretty solid little zombie film. Good gory stuff. Look out for Yummy. I think it is on Shudder, but if you want a physical copy, it will be released on October 6th. That's Yummy from 2019. Next up, Tales from the Hood 3. This is for more of the completist in this series. I've yet to see the second one. I did not hear great things, but I've heard mixed reviews on it. But we got a third film, so this is Tales from the Hood 3. I don't have really high hopes for this one, but if you need to complete the trilogy and you're a completionist, you need all of them in your on your shelf. Well, here you go. October 6th, Tales from the Hood 3 will be released on Blu-ray. Next up, October 13th brings us the biggest release of the year, especially for horror fans, the Friday the 13th box set. This is a 16-disc box set. I'll link below for all the special features. It's too many to put right here, but I'm sure anybody who's looking up horror releases is familiar with the Friday the 13th box set. So that will be coming out October 13th. I am super excited. It is, at this point, I guess it's still available for pre-order. I'm actually surprised it hasn't sold out, but you can order it on Amazon. You know, it's a little sketchy ordering from those guys. You don't know how it's going to arrive, if it's going to arrive damaged. I pre-ordered mine from Diabolic DVD. It would be a real shame to get a damaged box from Amazon and have the thing sell out and not be able to get a replacement copy. So I would suggest going through Diabolic DVD. That's Friday the 13th box set from Scream Factory. Also, on October 13th comes the clip film or highlight film Terror in the Aisles from 1984. The clip film, hosted by Donald Pleasance and Nancy Allen, was a documentary that consisted of clips from everything from When a Stranger Calls to Saturday the 14th. You know, when this movie came out, obviously this was pre-internet and you couldn't hunt down all these scenes and all these movies. You know, not every film was so readily available to watch, so this old VHS was a big deal, and I know it was a staple in a lot of people's horror fandom as a kid. You may not have been able to get your hands on all these movies, but you could watch Terror in the Aisles and see all these scenes and all these segments. Of course, now you can watch all these scenes on YouTube, but this compilation and the segments in between have made Terror in the Aisles a classic in and of itself, even though it is just a compilation of segments. Be sure to get your hands on Terror in the Aisles. Also on October 13th is Rawhead Rex 4K. Now this is a limited to 4,000 edition steelbook. It's a great little creature feature from writer Clive Barker. This edition has already been released, but this is a steelbook. Now the same artwork as the previous release here, but it is in steelbook form and it has a 4K restoration presented in 1080p. Super fun little movie. I'll list the special features here. Also on October 13th, for the first time on Blu-ray, Dominion, the prequel to Exorcist. I think it's Stellan Skarsgård that stars in this movie, so definitely don't sleep on Dominion on Blu-ray for the first time. From a movie came out originally in 2005. Next up, The Untold Story, which is a pretty notoriously gnarly horror film that was on like the most disturbing horror films of all time for a long time, and this is coming released, I believe, from I forgot to follow up on a couple of my notes. I think it's Blue Underground that's releasing this movie. I could be corrected. Let me know if you know below who's releasing that. I think it's Blue Underground. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's I think Unearthed Films is releasing The Untold Story. I'm missing some of my notes here, I just noticed. So The Untold Story will be released on October 13th. Definitely check that out. It's a pretty gnarly film. It's been so long, I don't really remember a whole lot about The Untold Story. I remember not being a huge fan of it, but I know it has a pretty big fan base. Next up, October 20th, we'll see The Haunting from 1999 from Paramount Presents, their new kind of marquee line of Blu-rays. This is the 10th movie and the first horror title in the Paramount Presents line. This is remastered from a 4K master. The cheesy 90s almost classic from director of Speed, starring Catherine Zeta-Jones. Dips beneath the lasers.
Catherine Zeta-Jones, she dips beneath the lasers. Ooh.
The packaging is pretty cool with the fold-out slipcover deal that has the movie poster on it. If you dig it, I would definitely look into their other releases in this line. They have Days of Thunder. I can't remember all the different releases now, but be sure to support that line if you dig these releases, because they seem to be cranking them out, and as long as people are buying them, they'll keep on putting them out. They are cool the way the slipcover kind of opens up and you can see the movie poster. It's pretty cool. A couple of these have been released as Paramount Presents, and then later on down the line been released in 4K. If you are a 4K person, I suspect this might be one that would get a 4K release. It's hard to say. Definitely keep an eye out for 1999's The Haunting from Paramount Presents. Next up, 1998's Pumpkinhead, $28.98 with lithograph on Scream Factory's website, or $26.36 on Amazon at the time of this video. New 4K scan from Interpositive Film Element, new 5.1 and 2.1 audio options, as well as some other special features. Like I said about Motel Hell, it's a 4K scan presented in 1080p, and it will probably eventually get a 4K release, so keep that in mind. But the artwork's cool. It's a fantastic movie, and this will look great with this new scan. Next up, also, are these all on 20? Okay, next up, all the rest of these movies are October 20th. So next up we have Tremors, Shrieker Island. This is the 7th installment in the Tremors series. The graboid worms are illegally taken to a new island resort by a rich playboy as a dangerous form of trophy hunting. And Burt Gummer steps up to save the day. These movies have gone further and further into camp as they've gone on, as now this is the 7th installment. Returning once again is Michael Gross, and believe it or not, Napoleon Dynamite himself, John Heder, is in this movie. This one looks like a lot of fun, actually. Tremors 7 Shrieker Island. Next up, 2019's Scare Package. This is a horror comedy anthology that takes place in a video store, Chan's Horror Emporium, as the owner explains the rules of horror to a new applicant. Sort of a mix between Clerks meets Creepshow kind of a deal. As with a lot of anthologies, some segments are stronger than others, but this film is filled with some really creative gore, some super funny sequences that I think this makes for a purchase-worthy movie. But, yeah, Scare Package from 2019. Check that out. Next up, 2020's Spree, starring Joe Keery. Spree is a black comedy about a guy played by Steve from Stranger Things, Joe Keery, who's obsessed with becoming an influencer. He becomes jealous of a kid who he used to babysit, who has now become a social media star, so he comes up with his own plot to blow up and make his own mark on the world via social media. Often hilarious, but sometimes brutal satire that really plays on our internet fame-obsessed culture, and it really nails it. This is the type of film that could have been easily missed, but hits the nail on the head with great writing, fantastic performances, and a super unique premise. Be sure to see Spree from 2020. And these last ones are kind of just bonus releases. I couldn't put these all individually, but Vinegar Syndrome has a bunch of October releases that I wanted to let you guys know about. If you hadn't been kind of paying attention to Vinegar Syndrome, they put out a ton of super low budget, kind of forgotten films, and they're putting out a bunch of stuff in October. So we have Whodunit, aka Island of Blood, Dial Code Santa Claus, Rest in Pieces, Cemetery of Terror, Necromancer, Scary Tales, which has an exclusive slipcover through Vinegar Syndrome, and also all the individual Cursed Objects releases of the Amityville box set that they released earlier this year. Amityville Cursed Objects came in a 4-film box set, but now they're available in October as individual releases. Whew! This is the 3rd video I've shot today, man. So I'm a little out of it. But guys, that is all I have for the top 10 horror releases of October. Okay, and I almost forgot. I keep on almost forgetting to do this at the end of the video. If you would like to win this 4K digital copy of Hocus Pocus, here's what you have to do. You have to subscribe to the channel, first of all. Give me a like, please. That will help me out, help the algorithm out. And then let me know your favorite horror movie. Make sure you're subscribed and comment below with your favorite horror movie, and that is how you will be entered to win this digital code. The winner will be announced October 7th at 7 p.m., so make sure you get your entry in before that. You're trying to win this Hocus Pocus, and I'll get with you, and I'll probably DM the digital code through Instagram or something. We'll figure it out, but I'll get a hold of you in the comments below. So subscribe, let me know your favorite horror film, and you can get that 4K digital code of Hocus Pocus. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Stay weird. Until next time, bye.
I love movies. Gosh, I love movies. I love watching them, and I love making them.
Nah, I can do it.